Casper,
Here.
Dean Schimbrough,
Here.
D. Grafenright,
Here.
Dutton, Fitzgerald,
Here.
Pritchie,
Here.
Fox,
Here.
Frickman,
Here.
Gardner A,
Here.
Gardner M,
Here.
Gibbs,
Here.
Good,
Here.
Hume,
Here.
Johansson,
Here.
Cadden,
Here.
Linder, Luck, Massett, Matter,
Here.
Norman,
Here.
Norris,
Here.
Aubrey,
Here.
Perella, Powers K,
Here.
Powers S,
Here.
Pulaski,
Here.
Swindell,
Here.
Omritz, V.C. Williams, Watson,
Here.
Wells,
Here.
Whitney, and moderator Ambo.
I'm here.
That'll be 28.
All right, 28 members present. We have a quorum. Agenda item B, moment of silence, salute to the flag. If we could all stand. Moment of silence. Representative Norris, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. So inside our packet, we have two items for approval of minutes. We had received that packet last week. One is for 2025-553 RTM May 1st Annual Budget Meeting Minutes. This is the collective of all of the budget decisions that we made over the last month. If there is any additions, revisions, omissions, I would ask you speak to those additions, revisions, and omissions, and we can add them to the record. All right, seeing none, we're going to approve the annual budget meeting minutes as submitted. Next one would be 2025-554 RTM May 4th RTM meeting minutes. It's again in our packet. If there are any omissions, additions, revisions, or whatnot, now would be the time to add those to, or subtract those from the meeting minutes that we were given. All right, seeing none, both of those would be approved. We now go to agenda item D, public petitions. This is the portion of the RTM agenda where RTM welcomes comments from the public. Each presentation should be limited to no more than 5 minutes or less as directed by the moderator, and if possible, submit written comments. Presentation should be limited to matters pertinent to the town of Groton. The moderator or members through the moderator shall ask questions only in order to clarify the speaker's presentation. Responses may be given by the moderator and or by the town manager. Individuals should state their name and address for the record, and if you wish to speak virtually, please register by emailing council@groton-ct.gov no later than 4 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Is there anybody online? Is there anyone on the sheet? No. Is there anyone in the gallery that wishes to speak? All right, moving along. We are going on to receipt of communications. I just wanted to inform the body that Representative Lynn Crockett Hubbard and Representative McElroy notified me or the town clerk that they weren't going to be here today. Also, we had received a resignation from District RTM member from 1, Ms. Representative Neifeld. She resigned. So if you know anybody that's in District 1 that wants to fill that seat for the next few months, please rally them to me or possibly to the Democrat Town Chair, Ms. Billing. Other than that, I attended the last two council meetings. There was the regular meeting, which was 2 Tuesdays ago, and the COW that was yesterday. I just wanted to notify everybody of that. If you want to know what was going on, please go to GMTV and watch the meeting. Thank you. Any other communications from any RTM members? Okay. I also like to thank Sean and his staff. They just came up with this newfangled contraption over here. We've got the screen up top now so everybody can see what's going on in a nice visual space. We've got this big old projector over here, and we got the other screen over here of what I hear that, you know, him and the other departments in town worked hard to put this together starting on Monday so that we can have this for Wednesday. So I'd just like to say thank you to all of that were involved to get us up to date in the 21st century. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Rebecca. All right. Yeah, and Sean too. We know Sean. He's doing a great job. All right, I'm going to turn it over to the town manager so he can give us our monthly briefing and financial report.
Good evening. First on the financials. As of June 30th, 2024, our general fund balance was $40.7 million, which was 25.9% of the FYE 25 budget. The remaining balance was reduced by $427,753 for the Board of Ed non-lapsing fund, and also subsequently we had the Sutton Park project for a little under $1.5 million, and then two other we committed $3.9 million towards bridges and some other pending items. We also have, as part of the fourth quarter tonight, about $194,106 that would come out of the fund balance. Contingency fund began at $250,000. Before today, we had used just over $4,000 for Calvin Burrows field scoreboard replacement, and you'll see on the agenda tonight the remaining money would be used up as part of the fourth quarter transfer. And then capital reserve fund balance as of May 31st, 25 was estimated at $4.5 million. This includes $3.9 million of enterprise zone funds, meaning they can only be spent on capital projects. And we have previously approved the bicycle pump track for $40,000. As a reminder for those capital project funds, of course, we've committed a lot of them to the next budget for 26. Moving on to the town manager update, you've probably seen some of the information on athletic fields going on, where there's a plan to have if everything goes well, a referendum in November for phase 1 of those plans. I'm actually going to send you some detailed information with my report on that that gets you up to speed. But next steps would be a public hearing on July 22nd. And as a reminder, should this eventually go and the town council approves, this would come to the RTM and would have to be approved in order for it to go any further. Good news out of our IT department. Liz Spellman, our director, worked with the IT over in the Board of Ed. We received this community Wi-Fi grant combined between Board of Ed and us, $195,556. No match requirement. We will have to approve that shortly. But that was the full amount requested. That's going to expand for the town. That's going to expand Wi-Fi at the library, Thrive 55, Human Services, Community Center, and Town Hall. And so the hope is, like with here, that you'd be able to get Wi-Fi like at the pickleball courts and some other places, but it's going to expand all around the building. So very happy about that. They did a great job on that. Community infrastructure grant, we worked with the city and applied for a grant this week for the seawall, Shore Avenue seawall. So we'll see where that goes, but that application was due on Friday, so we just submitted that. So it'll be a while before we hear about that. You probably saw some talk about District 4 parks. If you watched our meeting last time, I'm going to send you an update and some information on that when I send out my report. And pickleball court, you see it just opened up this week. There's going to be a grand opening June 18th at 6 p.m. if you'd like to attend. Tomorrow night, there's going to be a groundbreaking for the bike pump track on Depot Road. That's also at 6 p.m. So again, the 13th at 6 p.m.
12th.
Or 12th, sorry. Let's see, and then that's all I have tonight.
All right, thank you, Town Manager Burt. I open up the floor for any questions for the town manager about his financial report and monthly briefing. Yes, Representative Powers S.
Manager Burt, just a quick question is, how is the seawall? I'd like a little bit more about the grant that they trying to get for the seawall in the city and what that's going to impact us and
Well-
when is it going to be completed?
Well, I can't speak on the construction side. I'm not involved in that. All I could say is the requests that come through us. So the reason we're involved in the CIF grant is the city's not eligible to apply. So they had to go through the town, so we worked with them to put that together. The total project cost last I saw is estimated at just slightly over 12 million total. So we'll see what after CIF, I imagine we'll also put in for some state bond commission funding. They tend to be a little more free with that once you have some other funding in place, so hopefully we can parlay some funds into other funds. So, yep.
Any other discussion or questions for Town Manager Burt? Oh, we shut down over there. Is that what we were talking about?
It's in sleep mode.
Oh, okay.
Need to
Wake
get
up.
it restarted.
Gotta get him some coffee. Okay. Seeing no other discussion, we're gonna move on in the agenda. Thank you, Town Manager Burt. Economic development, if you haven't had the chance to watch the cow, there was a good information by John Ryder and his staff related to economic development. Go and check on YouTube and you can see that report. It's also available in a PowerPoint presentation, so if you go to the Groton Town website, you can click on that and see the whole presentation in whole and follow along. All right. The superintendent notified us that she would not be attending this evening. She plans on being here on 7/9 in our next meeting. On to committee reports. Chair Casper, you did not have any committee or report, is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. Education Chair Massett, is she here? Okay, so I would assume that there was no report. However, when we get to other business, we're going to have a brief discussion before I entertain a motion to adjourn so we can take care of some things that happened at the Town Council Cow last evening so we can expedite some funding for our youths. I will then now turn it over to Chair Powers S. And we have fourth quarter transfers to discuss, so if you could just tell us your minutes and then we'll go from there.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. We called a special meeting, called to order at 6:34. Representatives Fritchie, Gardner, Norman, Pulaski, Dean Shinbrot, and Powers are present. Representative Umbris was excused. Our business was 2025-409-2 FYE 2025 fourth quarter transfers. I'd ask Representative Norman to read the resolution into the record for us at this time, please.
There we go. Whereas the town charter provides for supplemental appropriations to adopted budgets and transfers from the contingency function during the year, and whereas the town charter also provides for the transfer of funds from one departmental function to another departmental function during the last 3 months of the fiscal year, and whereas transfers and a supplemental appropriation are necessary and represent unforeseen or unexpected expenditures at the time the FYE 2025 budget was adopted. Now therefore be it resolved that transfers totaling $245,894 be transferred from contingency 1094 to the following general fund departments and functions, and transfers of $10,000 or more are referred to the RTM for approval. Voter registration at $30,000, payroll costs associated with special election not budgeted for on 2/25/25, finance at $30,000 to cover costs for BOE operational review, human services at $20,000, payout for long-term employee who retired, insurance and claims at $15,000, ongoing legal response for pending and future claims, insurance and claims at $15,000 for ongoing unemployment charges, which are subject to daily change as the town is self-pay, Public safety at $135,894 for increases to payroll expenses due to new contract finalization, retro pay, and excess overtime. And be it further resolved that a supplemental appropriation of $194,106 from the general fund unassigned fund balance to the following function and refer to the RTM per Rule 6.5.3 for approval, public safety for increases to payroll expenses due to new contract finalization, retro pay, and excess overtime. So moved.
Do I have this? All right.
All right, motion was moved by Rep. Norman, seconded by Representative Good for what we just talked about. Thank you, Representative
At this
Norman.
time, I'd like Manager Burt to explain, as he did to the committee, all of these items on the list, please.
Sure. First one, voter registration, 30,000. That was for the special election in February for when Representative Conley resigned, and we had to hold the special election that Representative Gajewski prevailed in. Finance, 30,000. And you may recall that the town council authorized a Board of Ed operational review that was not in the budget, and so Finance Department was directed to do what they could to cover it and to take anything over out of fourth quarter transfer. So that's what this 30,000 is. Human Services, you may remember the director retired towards the end of '24. There was a $20,000 payout for vacation time upon retirement. Insurance and claims, this is basically for when we receive any claim like CHRO, lawsuit, anything that might trigger insurance, that then goes through our insurance company. They assign the attorney bills them, and then they in turn bill us, and that's where this comes through. There was an overage of $15,000 expected. The next one is just unemployment. We're self-pay, which turns out overall really well for us, but we are estimating $15,000 over for the year. And then public safety, and then the remaining is public safety. And I was asked for some information on that, and since then I found a little bit of information during the break. I looked up some. Now, in March 4th, the town council had approved the new collective bargaining agreement, and if I remember correctly, overtime going forward, you receive the higher pay. If you already got paid for overtime, it didn't change, but your regular pay did go up in the past, so kind of convoluted. But the bulk of this is due to the contract, but a little more specifically on where we ended up going over for patrol overtime. It was about 78,000. For dispatch overtime, we did budget a little healthy for that, knowing there were some issues, but we went over 71,000. And then regular patrol shift replacement, when someone's gone and you have to replace them, that was about 291,000. So.
Thank you, Manager Burt.
And just as can I just add, as a reminder, the town council cut them 100,000 for this current year, realizing they probably would need it towards the end. So they started out in the hole at 100,000.
The committee continued to ask a variety of different questions, and mostly what Manager Burt asked. We discussed some things about the overtime and how the funds were being spent. At that point in time, I asked the motion to move $440,000, which is the total of all of these. 6 were in favor, 0 opposed, 0 abstained, and that's how we ended our meeting.
Okay.
I have a motion to,
Oh, we already got the motion on the floor. So again, I open up the floor for discussion on this fourth quarter transfer. Yes, Representative Norris?
Just real quick, so it sounded like there was about $160,000 directly associated with the police department?
More than that. That was just out of, it was about 440 for the police department, and that was mostly because of the new contract that the council approved.
Okay, let me apologize then, because I was more leaning towards overtime, the overtime dollars. So are we understaffed in our police department?
Well, right now dispatch goes up and down, but no, I mean, we've been doing pretty well. All in all, it's really mostly because of the contract, getting them right-sized in their pay. We did have three paternity leaves. I think we had a military leave. So other things came on. We started the year down on dispatchers, and when you bring a dispatcher in, it's a year of training. When you don't have one, you have overtime, and when you bring a new person in, you have overlap because of the training. And during the year, we got fully staffed, and I just learned this morning, we're back down to 4 upcoming vacancies, so it's a challenge. So,
Right. Thank you.
Did you have something,
Yeah.
Representative Powers?
Yes, I did. After doing the quick math, it was about $360,000 for the public safety and $80,000 towards the other categories.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All right, seeing none, I'm going to call for a vote on fourth quarter transfers. That's all I got to say right there, Mr. Burke?
yeah.
Okay, since it's already been said into the record, thank you. The total amount is for $440,000. A portion of that's coming out of contingency and the other's coming out of the general fund. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say no. Are there any abstentions? All right, motion carries unanimously. We still have 28 members present, 28-0. Thank you. One more thing, Chair Powers, if you could just approve the minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes?
All right, motion was moved by Chair Powers, seconded by Good. Is there any discussion or for approval of the minutes? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries unanimously for approval of the minutes, 28-0. Yes, Town Manager.
I just want to mention, the note I found was from the end of the year for 440 expected for police department, so it must have reduced since then. I believe that's probably because the contract took a little longer than expected. So basically a proracial reduction for those categories. Sorry about that.
Thank you for that clarification. All right, that's the end of finance. Public safety, no committee, no report. Public Works, no committee, no report. Chair Watson, double duty here, no committees, no reports.
No, nothing, no.
Thank you, sir. All right, we go up to item J, liaison reports. Any liaison reports? Yes. Representative Wells, if you just grab the microphone and give us your update. I have a feeling it has something to do with golf.
No, it's going to be brief.
Okay.
We didn't get a quorum, or at least the relevant people who would have things to say weren't there, and I don't have the numbers for the month before because they came early on the month, so I don't have the current numbers. So we'll all have to wait quietly until September.
Okay.
We can find out about the summer.
Thank you, Rep. Wells. I appreciate it. All right. Are there any other liaison reports? Rep. Obrey, do you have anything for economic development?
I would just say that the Economic Development Committee is well attended and well staffed.
Oh, just hold on one moment, please. You're a little garbled. We're just trying to work on. Are you closer to the microphone? Or
Is that any better?
there's a little lag in your stuff. So
I'll give it next time.
okay. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Is there any other liaison reports? I don't think so. Okay. Moving on. Item K, budget discussions. We just got finished with the budget, and now we can start talking about the next budget. If there's anything that any members would like to speak to on this, I open up the floor for discussion. Rep. Dudden. Yes, you may.
So I just have one thing to put out to the community. As somebody recently officially diagnosed with epilepsy and not going to be driving to work, I think it would be super healthy for this committee to think about public transportation, the bus we already own. Fortunately, I work at the Avery Point campus of University of Connecticut. I can walk from my house, but it's something that I'm just going to put out there. We have a lot of people who might not appear impaired, but maybe it's something we could think about $250,000 towards. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Is there any other discussion on budget? All right, I'm going to close that item. So, other business. I was just going to mention what Town Manager Bert brought up is that tomorrow at 6 p.m. pump track groundbreaking. So if anybody's interested in attending, please stop by. There's no bike track yet, so don't bring your bikes, okay? Other than that, before I entertain a motion to adjourn, there was a resolution that was approved by the Town Council Cow yesterday for a donation from EB. Before I make my motion, I'm just kind of giving you some clarity on this. This is for a STEM camp that is going to happen at the beginning of July. There's information that's right here if anybody wants to see it. It's for K through 5. It's from July 7th through 10th, starting at 9 a.m., ending at 12 p.m. And there's a registration fee per student. However, EB has been kind enough to collaborate and donate $17,000 for this effort. They approved the expenditure or the approval of the donation at last night's meeting. And in the interest of time and efficiency, we've done this before, I would like to act on this evening, since it's a donation. And so what I will entertain at this point is a motion to suspend the rules in order for us to act on this resolution in lieu of the town council approving it at their next July regular meeting.
Not in lieu of, contingent.
Oh, contingent.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it contingent?
Yeah.
Is that what I
Not
have
in
to
lieu
say?
of, that would be written.
Oh, contingent, yes, all right. So I strike the lieu and add contingent. All right, so again, motion was moved by somebody out there. Dudden, seconded by Good. Now, again, this is not up for debate. It's a 2/3 majority in order to suspend the rules to act on this motion. We're so far away.
We have 28.
28, so we would need. So in order for us to move forward on this, we would need 19 votes in the affirmative in order to act on this. All right? I'm going to call for a vote. Oh, Rep. Aubrey, I see your hand up, but there's no debate on this actual section, but when we suspend the rules, then you could have the floor first, okay?
Fine.
All right. All right, so all those in favor of approving suspension of the rules to act on this item, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say no. Are there any abstentions? All right, motion carries unanimously. Thank you so much. All right, so now, let me read this. I'll entertain a motion to recommend a resolution authorizing the Groton Public Schools Board of Education to accept a grant in the amount of $17,000 from Electric Boat to fund an elementary summer STEM camp and to refer the item to the representative town meeting per Rule 6.5.3.
Second.
All right, so motion was moved by Representative Norris, seconded by Representative Dean Shinbrot. So I will, Representative Aubrey, I'll give you the floor on this if you have a question about this approval.
No, I'm sorry, when you're done, I have something else.
Oh, you have something else? Okay. For other business? Okay, understood. Thank you. All right, are there any other discussions? Again, based on what we heard last night, and you can always take a look at the video footage, Chair Washington was there to explain the program and how beneficial it was that EB is willing to step up and help assist with this STEM program. I gave you the dates. There's also going to be some kid swag. They'll have a towel or a water bottle. It'll have a logo on it and things like that. And I think it's a great effort, and I hope that this body will support it. Is there any other discussion? Yes, oh, hey, we got an ex officio member here. Councilman Barrett, you have the floor.
The information on that camp is on both sides of the colored handout, not the printed one, the colored one. Bingo.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'll share this with anybody here that wants to take a look at it. And again, there were some questions at the, thank you. Did you yield the floor back? I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
I keep hearing it bounced around, and even though I apologize, the bump track issue is on Friday, the
Friday?
13th, 6 o'clock.
All right,
Let me check that.
we'll
The
go back on that.
groundbreaking- The groundbreaking.
Okay.
That's the email that I got.
All right, I had a conflicting one, but we'll talk about that at the next item. There was a discussion brought for what if individuals were unable to afford the $25 per student reservation fee, and it was given to me on great assurity by Chairwoman Washington that that will be able to be waived for folks that don't have the money in order to afford that fee. Okay? Any other discussion on this? All right, seeing none, I'll call for a vote on the motion to approve a $17,000 from Electric Boat to help fund the elementary summer STEM program.
Aye.
I'll take that. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. All those opposed, please say no. Any abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. All right, I still
just
have the, is the date right or not?
It's tomorrow night at 6 PM. the
Yeah,
12th.
it is. I got an email as well, and that was from whoever's in charge of Bike Groton, which was Mr. Frost. So,
He's
yeah,
a
it's
big-
at
yeah.
6 o'clock. Okay, so don't go there on the 13th. You won't see anybody there. I mean, maybe. All right. Representative Aubrey, you had something for other business.
Yes, I hope you can hear me this time. I just wanted to mention that the beautification committee will be unveiling a very unusual fish, tentatively the 24th of this month at Esther Point. Just watch for some more information coming out. We're hoping all of you can come down and join us and see one of the projects that we've been up to. And I just also want to thank our moderator. Whenever we do a cleanup, he's right there to help us. So, thank you very much.
My pleasure, Rep. Aubrey. So again, if it was garbled and people were having a difficulty hearing it at home, what I just heard, Rep. Aubrey, is that the Groton Beautification Committee is going to meet on the 24th of June down at Esker Point to do a cleanup down there. Is that correct?
No.
No, well, that's,
Unveiling.
we're going fishing? Oh, okay, sorry, that's why I wanted to reconfirm. I'm sorry.
So we're unveiling a very unusual fish.
Oh, okay, so on the 24th, Groton Beautification Committee at Esker Point is going to unveil some type of unique fish. Is it a live fish?
Not gonna tell you.
All right. All right, so it's a teaser, guys, so if you want to go check it out, go down on the 24th. I would love to be down there and go check it out as well. All right, is there any other business? Any other business? All right, with that being said, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. All right, motion was moved by S. Power, seconded by Adams. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you so much. Everybody out there, have a happy Father's Day, and let's get ready for summer. We'll see you in July. Thank you.